The judge in Michael Jackson's trial cleared the way for prosecutors to bring up prior abuse allegations against the pop star. In 1993, Raymond Chandler's nephew, who was 12 years old at the time, accused Jackson of molesting him and settled out of court for a reported $20 million. Chandler wrote about the incident in the book All That Glitters, the Crime and the Cover-Up. I asked him what his nephew's mother would say if she was called to testify.
She's going to tell the jury that her son slept alone with Michael Jackson in various occasions around the world, about 50 or 60 nights conservatively, which means that this was not an impromptu sleepover that happened occasionally at Neverland. This was a long-term relationship as far as child molestation goes.
Are you surprised that the judge is allowing this in court?
No, not at all. It's under California law, it's a presumption that it will come in. And unless the defense can fight that presumption, it's pretty much automatic.
We should point out you are now estranged from the family.
Yes.
Now, your nephew will not be testifying.
No, he will not.
Do you know why?
Yeah, it's because he's tired of being the Michael Jackson kid. You know, he's had to move 3 times in the past 10 years. Every time Jackson comes up in the media finds my nephew, camps out at his door, won't leave him alone, and this is, you know, I guess he's weighed both sides of this and decided this is what he wants.
How is he doing now?
He's doing fine in terms of his experience with Michael Jackson, because the key thing with abused children is to get psychiatric help quickly, which he did. But in terms of being the public figure that he is, that's the big problem.
Are you disappointed that he's not going to testify?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Why?
Because I understand his reasons. I think they're all legitimate reasons, but I think they're outweighed by the fact that this is a man who, if he's set free, will have access to more children. And my nephew's testimony could be the one piece of evidence that stops him from being able to.
Now, you say your family was threatened back in 1993 when these allegations first came out. Did you expect that to happen this time around as well?
No, I think for a number of reasons. For one thing, the fan base is much smaller and doesn't appear to be as fanatic as it was back then. And the other thing, now there will be protection offered by the authorities in which there wasn't offered back in 1993.
Now, you see similarities between the case that's going on in trial right now and your nephew's case. What are they?
Right. Well, for one thing, there's this idea of lying, you know, as if they're claiming that the current accuser told one story, like originally to the Department of Children's Services. He made this rebuttal video, which he said Michael was a great guy, and then now he's changing his testimony. Well, actually, Michael Jackson, according to my nephew's testimony in '93, told him to lie. He told him certain questions that might be asked about their relationship. Had my nephew been asked to do a video or interviewed 2 months before he actually was by authorities, he would have lied too.
You've clearly been following this case. What do you think? How will this new testimony affect the case?
Well, I think it's going to give a lot of credibility to the family. That's the weak part of this particular case, is the family's credibility, according to the defense. And if the boy's story is told, is corroborated and supported by other people saying they saw Michael Jackson doing inappropriate things with other children as well, the jury's going to have a tendency to believe this boy more than not.
How do you think this case is going to go for Michael Jackson?
You know, I've learned as an attorney, never try to predict a jury. You never know what they're going to do.
Okay. Raymond Chandler, thank you so much.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.